Okay, a little Tactical Tuesday for us today, and we're going to work a little bit or discuss a little bit about the 2v1 scenario and going to try and set that up in a Rondo situation, a 5v2 in this case, but really going to focus on attacking a 2v1 situation and how do we get the ball behind the first defender. If we want to kind of review real quick, level 1, level 2, and level 3 passes. Level 1 pass doesn't go across the defender. It doesn't really make the defender move too much or draws the defender in. Level 2 pass is a pass that actually makes the defender reposition. The first defender has to reposition from defending one to sliding over to the other. That would be a level 2 pass, like in this scenario. A level 1 would be tight enough that the ball is tight, that the ball doesn't move completely across the defender, way outside of their range of cover. And usually we use a level 1 to draw people in. And then the level 3, of course, is the old pass that splits and breaks the line. All right, so if we're going, let's kind of start with the scenario that the defenders, in this case in red, are not pressing, or in our vernacular, are in yellow. And what we want to do is try and move the defenders or engage the defenders in a way that we can get the ball behind them. And that's either going over, going around, or going through. So if we have a defender who's not engaging, what we want to do, the first step, the person with the ball, is to try to engage the defender. Why? Because we want to try and make things predictable and eliminate this player's ability to try and get the ball from us. So how do we do that? How do we engage? So it's stepping towards that first defender with the ball when we're in a 2v1 scenario. So this player needs to read where the ball is, and the player on the ball needs to read where the defender is going. All right. So 9 times out of 10, the defender's either going to engage directly and not worry about the cover. And in this scenario, if we have the player here that they're influencing to the left, they have not really gotten outside of our hips here. They're still, so they have not moved over to this position. They have not completely gone across our hips to anticipate that the pass is going here. In this scenario here, they're influencing one way. We're trying to get this pass to the right foot, pretty simple, to play it in behind, basic stuff. All right, but what happens if this defender slides over a little farther, anticipates this scenario? This is the action now that they get inside our hip. So if they're defending me from here, rather than defending from here, if they go across our hip here on our left side of the blue attacker, if they get across our hip, that's the scenario to have a diagonal touch across, just to get it just on the other side of the defender. One touch with our right to play it with our left and play it in behind on the level 3. Okay, so what we're trying to do is anticipate and read what this player is doing. If she's all the way over and anticipating here, and we can still play the ball to this player's right foot, then that's the pass there to get it in behind. Or if she's all the way down in here, and we believe like we can't, if we get across as I talk here, if she gets inside of my hip in this scenario, so she gets inside of the left foot of this blue attacker, if we can still play it here, great. If not, then it's a simple cut back and then play it in behind on a level 3. If she's here, or if we can play it in a level 2, that's fine to get it back in here. All right, so it's all about where this player is going, whether their angle and how close they are to the ball. This player really important here. If she's farther back, and we end up playing a pass here and she's not high enough up to play a one-time in behind, it's going to take another touch, and it might allow this player to get over and deny that ball from going forward. All right, that would be if they are not engaging us, or pressing. Let's say we're in this scenario here and this player is now pressing. All right, she's coming in pretty hard. All right, now the scenario is this player coming in hard. So what's our decision now? It's going to be, this player is going to have to make a choice on where her positioning is going to be relative to this first defender. We're saying the defender is pressing hard. This might be a scenario that we play this player's left foot. Why? to draw this player in even closer. So this is what we're doing. We're trying to draw them in. And as they come in, then maybe it's an easy pass back across to the left foot to get it back in here. So it's a level 1 to set up a level 3 in this scenario. All right, we're drawing them in. If we can get a level 2 across to her right to play it down here, fantastic. But if the press is really hard, or if there's a bouncing ball and it's hard for this person to control, the closer we probably need to be to create this 2v1 to play a level 1 perhaps. As that ball moves across, 9 times out of 10, this player's gonna follow the ball, and it's a quick one touch across to her left to get it through. So this is when we're trying to, when they're pressing or we're trying to draw them in closer to us to create space in behind, and we can do that by the level 2 across. If we can't get the level 2 across, maybe we're gonna play the level 1 to bring that player even closer and farther away from this space. Level 1 to the left to get it to the left foot here to play the level 3 across. So a lot of these things come down to the angle and the position of the defender, where they are going, and we're trying to manipulate them to play into the space that she vacates or that we moved her away from. So using level 1, level 2, or level 3 passes to get the ball in behind. I hope it's a little bit of food for thought and helps you kind of with your Rondo game, and you can obviously see how this can go to the bigger picture. But hope it helps. Just a little Tactical Tuesday for you. All right, be well. Bye-bye.